Hi everyone. I'm just doing a quick update before I go to bed. I didn't work out today, and I'm kind of disappointed about that, but I went walking at the mall for like 4 hours today with my friend Sarah, and she and I walked for at least 4 hours. Like, it was a huge outdoor mall. You can see my hair is like frizzy like crazy, and that's because it was kind of misting and rainy. And anyway, so we went to the mall and walked, and when I got back, my legs were really hurting from the, not really hurting, but they were hurting kind of sore from the yoga yesterday, and then that combined with walking, I thought, I've done enough today. But we went to Olive Garden for dinner, and I don't eat out very often. I certainly don't eat at Garden very often. And I was shocked at the calorie content in the foods. They don't have a nutritional menu there, but just by looking at them, I could tell that they were like going to be high calorie. Did you know that one Olive Garden breadstick is 140 calories? I mean, come on. That's quite a bit. So I had the fettuccine alfredo, and I ate only half of it, and then I had 3 breadsticks and a salad, and the salad had very little dressing on it. I asked for little dressing. And then I had a mango strawberry margarita. And grand total, I had about 1,000 calories at Olive Garden, which I will not be doing again. Because I had only like 600 calories in the morning before going out, I was still able to keep my calorie content around 1,600 calories. But still, that's quite a few calories in one sitting, 1,000. Normally I break my calories up into like 400 calorie to 500 calorie meals, 3 or 4. And just to sit down in one sitting and eat 1,000 calories, it's just a bad idea. This is Tiny, and he is the other little one, and he's not very happy. Are you? He's not very happy being in my lap, so goodbye, Tiny. Oh, where was I? Oh, so yes, anyway, so I went to Olive Garden and I ate 1,000 calories in one sitting, and I just don't recommend it because now my stomach is all expanded, and I'm hungry, and I've been craving sweets all day because my sugar has spiked, and now it's plummeting, and no. And when the sugar plummets, then you want to eat more sugar, and that's just a really crappy situation to be in when you've hit your calorie limit, which will certainly happen if you go to Olive Garden. So stay away from Olive Garden and stay away from huge meals because that big meal has stretched out my stomach, and now it's time for bed at 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't really feel like eating, but I need to eat something because my stomach is rumbling around, and it's not like indigestion, just my stomach saying, hey, I'm hungry because I'm empty. So I gotta eat something. My mom has some crackers in the pantry, so I'll just see if there's anything in there I can eat, maybe like 50 calories or 100 calories, just to get something in my stomach and have some with water and, I don't know, make the grumbling stop so I can sleep soundly. But anyway, so I would recommend if you are going to go out and eat, to eat very little. Like if you're going to go to the Olive Garden because you must or whatever, try to have the breadsticks and salad combo because then at least you'll keep your calories down to like 400 or 500. I didn't even eat all of my fettuccine alfredo. I couldn't stomach the second half of it, and I'm sure glad I didn't. Otherwise, I would have eaten almost 2,000 calories at Olive Garden. And I was going to have a second drink, too, because I usually have 1 or 2 drinks with dinner if I'm out. And that would just be like another 250 calories. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned, but if you Google calories Olive Garden, the first search result is a great website. I can't think of what it's called, but it's got like a green logo with a knife and fork sitting on top of the plate. It has the word dining in it. Anyway, they are a great resource because if you want to figure out the calories in food that's not listed on the website, they're not a cool website like Starbucks or Safeway, Subway, and they just have the nutritionals on the website. Try Googling it and going to that first result because they have the calories for lots of stuff, like the fettuccine alfredo, which I didn't know what the heck it was. Yeah, so I didn't work out, and I had this huge meal, which is causing all sorts of weird imbalances. But I did weigh myself this morning, and I was 198, so something's working. Besides the fact that, I'm a few days into my period, so my bloating is going down a little bit. But when I started this video venture on Saturday, I was 205, so I've lost almost 7 pounds in 4 days. Just from not eating a whole ton of shit every day, and from exercising. I think a huge part of weight loss, and this is a key point, a huge part of weight loss is your mindset and is moderation. Like, it's not that you can't have chocolate. You can't have the whole damn chocolate bar. And it's not that you can't have ice cream. It's just that you can't have the whole pint of ice cream, or heaven forbid, like, gallon of ice cream. There just comes a point where you have to limit yourself. You know, I read an article that was really interesting when I was in junior high about why French women are traditionally thinner than Americans. And this was kind of before, I mean, this was like at least 10 years ago, before we were kind of always talking about the obesity of America on the news. That started coming out like 6 or 7 years ago. They were saying that French women just eat in portions and in moderation. And it's true. I lived in Italy for 6 months, and there is a portioning that's done by the individual that we just don't do here in America. So if you want to eat ice cream, eat some damn ice cream, because if you don't, you're going to crave it and you're going to regret not having eaten it. But don't eat all of it. Have a few spoonfuls and savor it and put it away. I know it's hard. I know it's hard, but you can do it. So I'm going to go try to have some crackers, and as tempting as it would be to eat like a whole frickin' box of crackers right now because I'm hungry, but I'm not starving, I just know I'm hungry, and my stomach, of course, having been stretched, now wants food. I'm just going to try to have a couple, maybe I'll put cream cheese on one or two, just to get a little bit in my tummy before I sleep, but I don't know. Moderation is key. Moderation. I lost 7 pounds in 4 days, which is always what happens when you first start out. And maybe I'll be 200 again tomorrow morning and have only lost 5. Still 5 pounds in 4 days is a significant weight loss for just starting out. But I'm not trying to start out with a bang. I don't want to work out every day and kill myself. I also don't want to cut my calories super low because I don't want to put my body into shock. I want to slowly lower the amount of crap I'm eating and calories I'm taking in, and slowly up my physical activity, so that at some point later on I can start making healthier choices with my food and exercise every day and a lot more. But I'm not pushing myself. I'm not pushing myself, because that is what leads me to burnout. Usually when I get really enthusiastic about something, I burn out and then I stop. But I think if I progress very slowly and continue to stretch my enthusiasm and determination to win at this over a longer period of time in a sort of natural flow, then I'll be able to win over the weight in the end, which I've done many times before. I just really want to stick with it this time. So, hooray! Good night. Immediately after recording that last video, I went to the pantry because, as you all know, I'm house sitting for my mom, and I don't usually have crackers in the house, but she had some Ritz Simply Socials. They're these little crackers. They're like the size of half of my finger. They're very small, 2 inches by 1 inch. And 4 of these little crackers, you see they're relatively flat. Where is the camera? I put some cream cheese on this one. 4 crackers is 70 calories. Now that, my friends, are relatively empty calories. 70 calories for 4 crackers? That's like 2 Fig Newtons being 200 calories. At least Fig Newtons have a lot of fiber and other nutrients. Anyway, I put fat-free cream cheese. 2 tablespoons of this stuff is like 30 calories, so I figure I had half a tablespoon over all of them. Very thin layer. I only had 2 with cream cheese. So grand total, like 80 calories for 4 crackers with cream cheese, which will settle my stomach wonderfully for bed, but it's a ridiculous amount of calories for these little crackers. Bye.